Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshmyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagwan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation. Not just creation getting created. Even sustenance need to be created. Destruction need to be created. And pulling out of delusion need to be created. Liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has is 5 phase, Ishana Murti has is 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient Enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and Nithyananda Order of Monks, Nuns, Hindu diasporas, are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading, and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measured, measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati for the manifestation of the power of materialization. Let's listen to the powerful cognition from Bhagavan Satsang from the Bhagavad Gita Decoded. We claim that we want to experience the ultimate and that we want to be enlightened. But I tell you, if we really want to be enlightened, there is nothing that can stop us. There is no hindrance to our being enlightened except our own self. As of now, actually, enlightenment is the last on the laundry list of items that we want to do in life. When the urge becomes urgent, when we question becomes a burning quest, then we get the answer, there is no other way. In these verses, Krishna promises a few things. He says that whatever we have learned in our life does not get wasted. We do not start from ground zero in the next birth. We start from where we left off. Our vasanas, our mindset in one birth continues into other. He also promises that if we keep practicing, we will keep trying, we will be cleansed all our sins and reach the highest state such a person, Krishna promises, will reach him. Beautifully, he says in the first paragraph that if enlightenment is the last on the laundry list, the second para, he says so beautiful, Krishna promises few things. Whatever we do does not get wasted. We do not start from ground zero. Where we left off, we'll be there. The vasanas, our mindset, is one birth, continues into another. The bio-memory carries on. He also promises that if we keep practicing, if we keep trying, we will be cleansed of all the sins and reach the highest state. Such a person, Krishna promises, will reach him. Such a powerful cognition to reach the space of Krishna. Now, let's go to the Shastra Pramana.
Section 3. of Vibhuti Spanda, Sutra 3.4 and 3.5. Yatha hi arto sputo drishta savadhane pichetasi bhuyah sputataro bhati swabaloddhoga bhavitaha तथा यत्परमार्थेन येन यत्र यथा स्थितं तत्तथा बलमाक्रम्य न चिरात् सम्प्रवर्तते.
In the Spandakarika, section 3, Vibhuti Spanda, Sutra 3.4, 3.5, Bhagavan Paramashiva says, indeed, just as an object which is, in spite of all the attentiveness of the mind, is perceived and seen distinctively at first, then appears and manifests more distinctly and clearly when observed with the strength of one's visual power. Bhagavan beautifully says how little by little we can reach the space of Paramashiva. Here, beautifully, he says, enlightenment is not on our list because it's not urgent. When we understand we are already enlightened, we are already experiencing that space all the time. Otherwise, we'll stop breathing, we'll stop digesting, we'll be dead. Because it is happening, we are alive. We are manifesting our life every moment. The words that we say, the action which we do, and the thought currents we are cherishing. Everything is because of Paramashiva. It is happening. Our choice is to start suffering, or our choice is to be in bliss. The moment is the only thing which is in our hand. Understanding that every moment, Bhagavan beautifully says, we are already unclutched. Every moment, there is a possibility of us to be enlightened space, state, powers, being, and superconsciousness. Every moment, moment by moment, living the higher reality intensely will wake us up out of the slumber sleep of the dream that we are going through unconsciously, which is happening. If we wake up consciously how we had dreamed, we can create all the things in our reality also. Bhagavan beautifully says that everything and anything that is available in our perception is because it is a manifestation of Paramashiva in our vision. That is what, in our vision, our selective reality, it is available all the time. But when we have the gratitude, have oneness space with Paramashiva, the seeking space, it opens up for us to see. It is just a dust covering the mirror, or just the clouds covering the sun, or just a curtain covering the whole brightness. We are just covering up and thinking casually, just letting it to be. Bhagavan beautifully says how when we are in urgent, it opens up into the next possible thing. The reality happens. He beautifully said, when you're sleeping and you want to have a restroom, urgently do not believe your dream. The urgent creates the reality. What we are seeking, what we are wanting, that only even now becomes reality. If we want, instead of all this outer world, if we want the Paramashiva space, and intensely again and again, we are meditating on that, being in oneness of that, manifesting powers of that, simply it opens to the next dimension of consciousness. Krishna says, then you are Paramashiva, you have reached it already. Such a great possibility, and it is just there every moment. It does not calculate how many karmas you have, but one moment you catch it, it just happens. That's why Bhagavan says it is for people who follow the Charya Pada, the lifestyle. It is a blink of an eye. Just a blink of an eye, one thought can make you unclutched and manifest the state, space, powers of Paramashiva, the being of Paramashiva. The intensity to want, to urge it, is all Bhagavan is telling us to manifest as reality. Now, with this powerful cognition and the power, let's start going to the up the pramana, how they manifested all this, the people, rishis, munis, ganas who lived on planet Earth, and they manifested all these powers and time tested and foolproof. They have manifested all the powers of Paramashiva. This is from the source Periya Puranam, Karekal Amaya. This is from the poetry 1740 to 1747. Karakal Ammayar was regarded as a Nayanamar. One morning, Karakal Ammayar has been sent 2 mangoes to the house. She gave one to the mangoes away to hungry Shaivite monks because she had not prepared any food yet. She served the remaining mango to her husband as a dessert, who asked for the second one. She was worried and prayed to the Lord Shiva. By miracle, another mango appeared in her hand, which she served her husband, but the sweetness was completely different. Now you can. She went and prayed, as though she's picking up, she went and prayed to her husband, to Paramashiva, to give the mango. And the mango simply appeared in her hand. She went and served to her husband. But her husband was like finding it different. This is so amazing. Why this mango is different? And then she blurted out that I asked Shiva because the first mango I had given to a Shaivite sadhu. So he says, I don't believe it. You go and get me another mango. Only then I will believe. So she goes to Shiva again to get another mango. She narrates it first, how she goes to Shiva and got the mango. And then her husband does not believe. And she goes back, again asks for another mango. And Shiva gives another mango, which she serves to her husband again. Karekal Ammayar was the greatest saint. She was the greatest saint, and she walked on her leg to Kailash, on her hands to Kailash, because she said, how can I walk on my leg? And she wantedly took an old age body so that she can only serve Paramashiva in her life. Such great devotion of just living for Paramashiva, thought, word, and action, the sweetest space of Karekal Ammayar, manifesting huge powers. Now we'll go to the Shakshi Pramana, Atma Pramana.
I realize.
Have you ever noticed how some people
For both purpose, your Kundalini needs to be awakened. जब आप संपूर्ति एवं श्रद्धा में रहते ही के से जाग, when your Kundalini is awakened, when your biomemory is responding to the Kundalini, you become the source of the universe. You can send any thought current into the cosmos when your body is levitating through Kundalini energy, when your body is responding through Kundalini energy. Anything you say will become part of you and will be sent into the space. Kundalini is a very powerful mystical science to make man into divine. अगर आपको आपने सपने and sit in caves for ages and ages, do any homa, ritual, puja, till your Kundalini is awakened, your spiritual life is not even started. After your Kundalini is awakened, even one wrong idea you entertain can be dangerous to you and to others. When your Kundalini is awakened, now your body, your mind has to be highly integrated, or you can misuse and abuse that power. You can bring dangers to you. It is like lying in the shadow of Kalpavriksha. You ask is immediately granted. That is why I don't awaken the Kundalini of the kids. I wait till they become matured, till they learn to live integrity. I don't awaken their Kundalini. I wait, because they should not misuse it, abuse it. In my own experience in the young age, even though I never abused it, but I used to play with it even for small things. At the age of 12, I was given this enlightenment experience on the powers of Kundalini by my teachers, acharyas. Even for small things, I will play with this power. If my classmates are fighting for a candy, immediately I will say, don't worry, I will just materialize one candy and give them. If some of my classmates, friends come and tell me, Swamiji, today, even in those days I used to be called as Swami. Swami, today I have not done my homework. Please save me from the maths teacher. I'll say, all right, he will have diarrhea, he will not come to the school. And he will not come. He will have diarrhea. Of course, later on, a great Siddha Purusha in Tiruvannamalai, he made me realize that you should not be using the Kundalini Shakti, Ashtama Siddhis, so casually, even for small things. Then from 17 I stopped using. Used only very rarely, only really when it is required. From 22nd I surrendered everything completely to the cosmos.
So amazing how Bhagwan manifested metallizing chocolates and the different scenes in the school, and he stopped completely by 22 by surrendering, withdraw away from what all this, and did not make anything personalized for him. Now let's go to the Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramanas are the beautiful sharing of initiated disciples all around the world, manifesting and demonstrating and giving testimonials how they experience the power of materialization. Here we have Jnana Deepananda. In courtyard, she says she materialized so many bhasma spots in her hand, and she says bhasma materialize like item like bhasma, rice powder, turmeric, kumkum after the initiation, and she was experiencing the great oneness with Paramashiva. With the balasans, entangling with the balasans, she experienced all this. So beautiful. Now let's go to the instruction for us to materialize the sugar crystal, banyan tree seed, honey at a distance.
Materialization. Power 7. Manifesting sugar crystal candy, banyan tree seeds, and or honey for others at a distance. Setting up. Before entering into the power manifestation process, please ensure to have the following with you. Number 1, a partner across a distance. Make sure your partner has a clean surface with minimal dust next to him or her. Number 2, a camera with timestamp for your partner. Number 3, Nithyananda for you. Number 4, ask your partner to sit still and enjoy the experience with zero expectation. Now, please take a few moments to guide your partner to set up his or her camera. Step number 1, download Timestamp app. Step number 2, click on video. Step number 3, ensure that time is shown on screen. Step number 4, make sure the camera is facing you. Please take a few minutes to set it up. Guidelines. Number 1, start. Ask your partner to video record the materialization. Number 2, put Jnana, if you have, on your third eye. If you do not have Jnana, skip this step. Number 3, have your partner wash their hands and dry them. Number 4, sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line and your hands in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra, prayer gesture. Number 5, gently but continuously focus your awareness on your third eye and visualize Paramashiva in the form you cherish the most. Number 6, immerse into the feeling of love and gratitude you have for him. Number 7, request Paramashiva to materialize sugar crystal candy, banyan tree seeds, and or honey for your partner at a distance. Have zero expectation. Just enjoy the space of oneness with Paramashiva. Number 8, sit for 21 minutes in a space of complete unclutching, zero thought, while you are continuously chanting the Mahavakya. Number 9, check with your partner you have materialized on his or her palms, body, or next to him or her. Let us now listen to the spiritual guidelines.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shaktipada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva, sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminders. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes this external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shared form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just on jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya, pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here, Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness, through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, My integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving. For all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password. And it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency, and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye man in all our burdens. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Verification process. Please ensure to thoroughly verify the following. Number 1. Verify that the time and date stamp appear on your video. Number 2. Verify that the video has a wide-angle, horizontal view and that your partner's palms, who is not physically before you, are in clear full view. Number 3. Verify that you have not edited your video in any way and that the camera has not moved. Number 4. Verify that your video recording is continuous, without stopping and restarting during the manifestation process. Number 5. Verify that the sugar crystal candy, banyan tree seeds, or honey materialized on the palms of your partner, who is not physically before you, on their own. Now that the verification process is complete, the next instructions will show you how to upload and share your video. Thank you so much for your participation.
We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar Manifesting Power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Parameshwaram Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham